It's me, SPILLIN. Bunch of PS1 games. I can just walk in and out of thrift store. Hello gamers, it's me, SPILLIN. It's my show. Glad to be back, and hello gamers, it's me, SPILLIN. It's my show. Glad to be back to do another video. In this video, I wanted to talk about my top 5 games of 2015, anticipated games of 2015. I went down a list of games that have a release date and games that don't have a release date, but they are expected to be released as of 2015. They haven't been given any cancel or delay or any pushback. So leave comments, subscribe, tell me what your list is, leave that at the bottom so we can do a comparison. Number 5 for me would have to be Witcher 3. I actually dove into Witcher 2 just recently in anticipation for Witcher 3. I know it's been delayed numerous times, but it looks like it's going to be getting an early release date. I can't remember the actual release date, but because of the storyline, the time error, the characters and stuff like that, such vast open worlds, and basically him being able to have all this power and have all this control and dominance and stuff like that, that's probably the first thing that attracted me to part 2. Once I started playing it and I picked up his storyline, and the there's no holding back on this game. It's very upfront about a lot of stuff. People come at you from all areas, all angles. So I want to see what part 3 actually has to offer. Now, my number 4 is Mortal Kombat X, which means that I will have to get a next-gen console, because I believe it's only being released to the PS4 and the Xbox One, and I think that's it, or the PC as well. I'm a big Mortal Kombat fan, and from what I've seen with the trailers, with screenshots, it looks to be phenomenal. It's like they've amped up everything, and they do that. And it's going to be created by NetherRealms, which did Mortal Kombat 9. They did a phenomenal job. I believe Mortal Kombat revamped the series, because I did not care for Mortal Kombat versus DC. I did like Mortal Kombat 1 through 4. 1 through 3 was a little bit more solid. 4 kind of was shaky, and I did like the ones in between, like the Sub-Zero stories. I liked that one. And a few others here and there basically piqued my interest, but I am really building with anticipation. I've already pre-ordered Mortal Kombat X and cannot wait for it to be released. There are so many visuals and characters. It's crazy. It's crazy phenomenal. So I cannot wait till this game comes out. Now the next game, that my number 3 is going to be Just Cause 3. The reason why is because I'm a big Just Cause fan. If you don't know, I'm a big Just Cause fan. I actually have Just Cause 1 and Just Cause 2. Just Cause 1 was good enough for the PS2 with the technology and what they could do at that time, but it was an open world game on an island, and you had all these missions, odd missions, taking over territories, reclaiming territories, and I just like that whole element. And then part 2 just amped up the series even more. It took things to another level, because you were in vast climates. You could be up in the Rocky Mountains, you could be down in the hot climates, and each area changed transitionally with the proper graphics. Part 2 on the PS3 was just an awesome game. The graphical hook was probably the big centerpiece of the whole game, but the character himself was kind of cheesy, but the storyline was fun. I mean, that was all it was about. It was an action, open world, fun game. And so part 3, I've only seen screenshots, but it's definitely piquing my interest. So I cannot wait for this game to come out. I am a big Avalanche Studios supporter. They're they're a studio that's still growing even after all these years. They've established themselves a name and in the game, and I'm glad they're still around. And because people didn't know if it was still around or if it was done, if Just Cause 3 wasn't coming out. And I've been I've been listening to podcasts, and I've been reading all kinds of articles and trailers and everything. So I'm hoping this turns out really good, like part 2, and just take it to the next level. Number 2 for me is Uncharted 4. Of these in, I am a big fan of Uncharted series. I have all of them. I have 1, 2, and 3, and 2 is my favorite. 3 was good, but 2 was even better. But 4, all we see is a trailer where Drake basically wakes up, or Nathan, I should say. Nathan wakes up kind of like where this puddle of water is, and I got so many chills up my spine when I saw how visual his attributes, his character looked. You knew it was Drake just from the first moment. And even some of the gameplay that they showed later on at some of these conferences and stuff like that is it's kind of some of the same things, but I'm more hooked into the story of where you're trying to go, what treasure you're trying to find and stuff like that. And Naughty Dog has always done a phenomenal job with the Uncharted series. And my last one, my number 1, is No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky takes all of the things that I love about video games that's supposed to be done. The artistic flow, the anticipation, the unknown. It's kind of, it's got the indie feel to it because it's made by a small team. But there's so much mystery to it, and I hope they keep some of the elements close to their chest. But being able to travel from all these different worlds in this vast galaxy, and we don't know what's going to happen, but it's from a small developer, but it's got a big idea. A lot of people that they're not even into indie games, they're anticipating this game. So I cannot wait to see what happens and where this game takes us. No Man's Sky is definitely one of those games that make you love video games, make you want to think about the possibilities. It's something different. That's the whole thing. It's a different IP. It's a different idea. It's taking a collabo of all these things and making it into one. So yeah, No Man's Sky is definitely on my number 1. I cannot wait till that game comes out. So tell me what your list is, your top 5 for 2015. Even if it's 10, tell me that as well. Other than that, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for hitting that like button. I'm SPILLIN 79, and I'm out.